Hi, it's Amy from the Ross Farm, and we're here with day 5 of our Advent box um, opening party. And I wanted to talk just a minute about the blend from yesterday. Remember how we talked about Cinnamon Bear being mostly Manx Lofton, and how beautiful the dark, warm, rich, chocolatey brown is in both the blend of fiber and the blend of yarn. And I wanted to show you all what a Manx Lofton sheep look like, because they are an extremely rare breed, one of the island sheep that is descended from the primitive sheep of the North Atlantic. And they have been on the Isle of Man forever, and we're doing fairly well until around the 1950s, when they had dwindled to just about a handful. And with a lot of dedication and love and support, they've been able to increase and bring back the population of Manx sheep. So I am very excited to see World of Wool working with the Manx and supporting the Rare Breed Survival Trusts preservation efforts for these critically endangered island sheep. So really, really excited to see that. Next is the package that we got yesterday from Jenny's Countdown to Christmas, and it is the Welcome Home pattern with the panel of little doors that you can cut out and use for the doors in the houses of that pattern. So that is very exciting as well. Now, let's get on to the opening, shall we? This first is going to be, as usual, our fiber advent calendar. We'll go to day 5, which is Loathe Entirely. This is another one I'm not familiar with. So Loathe Entirely says, it wouldn't be Christmas without someone trying to sabotage it. We're back to visiting the Grinch. If the name of this blend hadn't given it its inspiration away, and his unmistakable dislike for all of Whoville in the festive period. We clearly had to make a green blend to match this character's iconic color. This is exciting. But during our research, we discovered that the Grinch wasn't always green. What? In fact, in the books, he was black and white with a hint of pink. And he only became green when a cartoon was made of it in 1966. We contemplated making a Grinchy humbug, but decided that we'd much rather make something unapologetically green and a bit more vibrant. Glad to hear that. Good decision. The base of this green is Dolomites green from our Alpine range, which itself is a blend of merino and alpaca and sumptuously soft. I can get behind that. We brighten this shade by adding merino chartreuse for a hard-hitting, nearly fluorescent pop of green, which is reminiscent of the original cartoon colors. Finally, it was time to add something more tactile, and for this we added 2 shades of green tussa silk, avocado and edamame, to give a subtle green and yet more softness. This nearly solid shade is soft, squishy, and certainly doesn't live up to its name of Loathe Entirely. I understand it now. So the blend here is 58.5% merino, 25% tussa silk, and 16.5% alpaca. Let's see what it is. And again, I really apologize, but I got a cold for Thanksgiving, and I'm kind of a mess right now. So I'm doing the best I can to keep it together. All right, let's see. What do you think it is? I'm kind of don't want to look until I see the green. It's Grinch. It is the Grinchiest Grinch. Oh, this is awesome. It has just ever the slightest sheen to it from the silk, probably. And the slightest color variation. You'll be able to see it really well when I take the photos for tomorrow. But this is our Merino, Tussa Silk, Alpaca, Loathe Entirely blend. Let's see how the yarn is different. I imagine the yarn is going to be fairly similar because those are all things that'll spin up beautifully. So let's see here. Day 5, Loathe Entirely. The solid yarn is bold and beautifully soft. We wanted to create something that was Grinch in color but not in spirit. Loathe Entirely has been designed to add a color pop to projects or to create a statement item. The softness means that it can be worn against the skin by both adults and children. Where is it? Oh, right there. Oh, it pretty much matches exactly. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same blend, 58%, 58.5% merino with alpaca and silk. And it's got ever so slightly a very subtle sheen and a very, very slight color variation. Not as much variation in this as there is in the fiber, but that will be it. So that is the World of Wool Advent Calendar for yarn and fiber. And today's color is called Loathe Entirely. And let's do our Jenny's Countdown to Christmas box. And we have to find day number 5 in this giant stack of packages. And of course, it's going to be very difficult because it always is. Oh, should have just looked at the little boxes first. Okay, let's see what this is, shall we? Oh, it says now sewing Miracle in Quilt Town at the Hamilton Theater. Oh, look how cute. And it says it's a quilty life and the Hamilton Express. And on the back side, the little box says quilts handcrafted by Missouri Star Quilt Company. A house is not a home without a quilt. So let's see what this is. I'm not sure. Oh, this is a great gift. I was just hoping for a set of these. I need these because I've been hanging my quilts in the house for the holiday, and these are a set of quilt hangers. So this untwists, and you can put your quilt up underneath between the two pieces of wood here. This is a very nice lacquered birch. It has a very IKEA feel to it, if that makes sense to you. And then on the back, it has a little spot where a nail head would go into it and slide up into a channel. So this is a pair of quilt hangers, and those are going right up on the wall. Can't wait to get home and put those up on the wall. That is an awesome gift. It's one of those things that you never quite know where to get them, but you always need a set if you are a quilter and sewist and you like to hang your pieces on the wall. These are awesome. That was exciting. Whew, thanks so much, Jenny. I needed that. All right, next up is our featured product of the day, which is honestly, it's one of Drew's favorite yarns, so I had to pick it for day 5. So today, our feature of the day is our two-tone Jacob bulky called Willow, and it's available on our website. We'll put the website up at the end of the broadcast, but this is a 100% Jacob two-plied yarn, and if you don't know anything about Jacobs, they are 2, 4, or 6 horned and black and white spotted, or a shade called lilac, which is actually kind of a heathery oatmeal gray and white spotted. So they are a cute little spotted sheep with all of these horns, similar to the Manx Lofton that you just saw. And they are Drew's absolute favorite sheep. So I created for Drew his shepherd swirl hat, and I am just ready to launch the pattern. And so the pattern will be free with your purchase of the willow yarn on the website. We will send you a link to a PDF of our pattern for the willow hat, which is called Shepherd's Swirl Hat. That will be up on Ravelry in the next couple of days, and it is available as a PDF from us. So that is our featured product of the day. It is a very soft, squishy yarn that is actually made by separating the black and white spotted fleeces into the white part and the black part, and then spinning them and then plying them together so that they are a black and white barber pole effect. And it makes a very, very interesting, very textured hat. And it reminds me a lot of the ragwool hats and mittens and socks from LL Bean back in the 70s and 80s when I was a kid. So that kind of vibed for me, and that was my inspiration for making his shepherd swirl hat. So that is our featured product of the day, and I'm going to go home and take a nap because I don't feel good. But hopefully we'll be in better shape tomorrow, and we will see you then with day number 6. So until then, folks, stay warm, don't catch a cold, and we'll see you soon.